Om Shanti, and welcome Soul to Soul. We're going to look at tonight, this is Rose from Brahma Kumaris in Glasgow, and tonight we're going to look at this power of resilience. It's an incredible power which we all have, and maybe we don't credit ourselves all the time with having it, but it's this ability which, if we look back at our lives, you'll see you've been doing this a lot, being able to bounce back no matter what happens. It's an inner flexibility, and it's called also the power to merge. And so, do you know how powerful that you really are? So we don't think about that, you know, but your thoughts, we're going to look at thoughts. Thoughts are powerful. Are your thoughts the way you would like them to be? Who's in control of your mind? Who is it? Who controls your mind? And what kind of thoughts would you think that a resilient person would have? A resilient person would have. Some people can fall down and bounce back. Can you learn to have that way of thinking? To say, oh, up again, get up again. Can you learn to move on, or not to linger in the past? And ask yourself, can I really change? But what can I change? What can I change? What are you talking about? What is it? What can I change? Now, if I want to make a change, it's important to practice merging the past. So, what would I be bouncing back from? What would I be resilient with? Something's happened, unpleasant, don't like it, uncomfortable. Move away from the discomfort, the unpleasant, whatever it is, and bounce back into something brighter, fresher, instantly. Leave the hurdle, the obstacle behind. That means you've moved through the obstacle, actually. Do I replay old stories over and over? Oh, it was like this. Oh my goodness. So that is the opposite to what we're talking about. When I see something that needs a sparkle or a shift, do I rise to the challenge and make a change? Just say, that's it, it's happened, done, don't go there, move on.
So why do we keep going back and going over and over?
Somehow we think we can repair it. And somehow we're daunted by the fact that we didn't seem to be successful. And we want to prove to ourselves that we could do it. And I'll try and fix it. And then I'll feel that I've done it. But it doesn't work that way, because something that's in the past I cannot repair. I can only regret, because it's happened. I can't fix it. Do I rise to the challenge and make a change? Tell myself, don't go there, don't go there, it's done, it's happened, move on. Everything, or nothing rather, is going to change overnight. Start with daily meditation and keep going. Just look at myself and see how much strength do I have. Practice this power of peace, more peaceful thinking every day. Because in peace is our power. So the more I can pull myself back into the understanding of who I am really, then I can feel power and strength. And the more I do that, the more resilient and flexible inside. And the more I can let go of that which I felt was daunting. Because if it's daunting, and it's happened and it daunted me. There's no point in keep going over that. So if you stick with it, keep practicing that, the past will fade away. So, I mean, it'll always be there in your memory track, but you won't go over it with remorse or regret. And the wonderful real you will emerge as the old is merged. Keep that which has already happened, keep it down in your thinking, because today's world is new. New possibilities, new challenges, new energy. So the wonderful real you will then emerge, and the old will be merged. So this more confident and powerful person will start to come more to the surface, because you won't be going back into the if only, I should have, and maybe if I'd done it this way. No. The real you will be bouncing back into life, so enjoy the real you. That I did it, I feel fine. It's done, it's over, I moved on, I've moved up the way. This power to merge the past will allow you to save energy, and then you'll have lots of fresh energy to use in a worthwhile way.
About you go back over things because you felt non-success and you need to fix it, in your head. So if I made a mistake, if I said something, or even just internally I had a bad feeling, I see the wisdom to merge it. I can't fix it, it's in the past. What do I do to make sure that I'm upping my game the next time?
I think that what we have to do is encourage ourselves that we're doing the right thing, and that, do you want to be miserable? Do you want to cry again? Do you want to feel dreadful again? Do you want to feel so uncertain? Do you want to feel that, oh, if only I had a loser? Do you want to feel that? You want to feel, I had to go through that. It was something that was there for me something to happen, and it happened. But it caught me off guard. So I went through it, but I can't fix that which has already happened. I think if I could get that rule into my head, and this, by thinking like this, it's making me more buoyant and resilient, actually, because I'm starting to look at something and say, by doing it this way, I'm doing it better.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to it, but I'm making the new version, if you like.
I like that it caught me off guard. So I already have an awareness that wasn't how I wanted to be, but somehow the situation or the person triggered, and I wasn't aware in that moment.
And it was quick.
But at least I know.
That's
whoops.
how it was. Yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
But not to struggle with it.
No. And not to torture yourself that, oh gosh, I didn't see that coming. And, well, no, I didn't see that coming. And there's lots of things I won't see coming. That's why I need to have a good look and see that this is going to be my different way of handling it. This will be my attitude, so that I don't get daunted by things that come from round the corner quickly and catch me off guard.
Yeah. It's a great phrase.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you stick with it, the past will fade away in the right way. I mean, it won't disappear, but it won't be up there prompting you with regret. You'll think, well, that's how it was, but I'm not going there because I'm now living in today's world, if you like. So the real you will emerge, because that was not today's world now, it's the past. You'll see the real you bouncing back to life. So enjoy seeing the real you continuing to focus on living in the present, today's world. This power to merge the past will allow you to save energy, and then you'll have lots of fresh energy to use in a worthwhile way. So we teach ourselves, this is being very creative to be like this. It means that you're allowing your powers of creativity to emerge. It's to help others and to uplift the world, actually. Not a little thing, is it? But there will be challenges. Of course, there will be challenges. And you'll feel despondent from time to time. However, it's worth it, because day by day, as you witness your transformation, you see this, you'll feel quite okay about yourself, and resilience will strengthen. So you're becoming stronger inside. As time goes on, you look back, you think, gosh, I am becoming much more flexible and resilient in the way I'm thinking. A spiritual skill and a powerful resilience tool is to put a full stop. Now, it takes a bit of thinking to decide to go, that's it. I can't go back and change it. Keep myself buoyant. You can learn to switch your thoughts quickly. But it takes power. So there's power again. We're back to looking at power. And this takes practice. Full stop, put a dot, a stop. And the way to do that is quickly to become peaceful. And all your power is in peace. And every time I put the full stop of peace, like just let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't say a word, don't say a word. Let them do, let them say, let it happen, let it be quite uncomfortable, but don't think you're going back and change it, because you can't. But what you're doing now is in the now, and you have changed. We all know that we can change, and we do change. But it does take time to overcome negative thinking and everyday situations. And this, if I look at it in everyday situations, it will make the mind exhausted. If I look at all the negativity that accumulates. So practice to put a full stop and feel that wonderful feeling of resilience, flexibility, lightness, strength, power, freedom from holding on to mistakes. We all make mistakes, but it's to realize we've made a mistake, keep going and do something better about it in the present. It doesn't mean you say, oh well, too bad I did that. Make sure that I could correct that mistake in the present, so as to not do the same thing again.
So and for like I make a plan.
Yeah,
like an alternative plan.
Yeah, and I need to learn to put a full stop to that which actually happened, but be up for doing something different.
What you're saying makes me think of that phrase, living life on purpose. It's like if I know the awareness I want to have, I can see easily when I'm not that, and then that's when I need to merge and go, whoops, and then back to the plan. What was the plan? Smile, peaceful, positive.
Yeah, yeah. Stay light, stay fresh, stay buoyant.
So how does meditation help me strengthen that plan for life?
Well, for the minutes that you're meditating, you're doing your best to focus on the more peaceful and positive view. And during that time, not doing anything negative or worrisome, but also when you're doing the peaceful and positive, it's bringing back your original power. And so it's a two-way thing. You're gaining strength from both ways of thinking. So meditation is a very, very powerful and necessary tool.
Seems to be a lot to do with, as well, not wanting to change other people, but rather always just thinking, what can I do?
Yeah. And then whatever anyone is, they are, because if they're not doing this, you can't change them. It's hard enough to change yourselves. You'll see that when you practice. It's very tricky to try and change the self. It does take us to do meditation and have dedication. So when we look back at our lives, you'll see, before you even started to think like this, how you did have the power to be resilient. You're able to come through so many experiences that were powerful and uncomfortable, but you came through them. But you came through them with a bit of great sadness and discomfort, but you came through them. But you could never change them. Your stories, if you talk about them, is that this happened, but did you ever manage to make that not happen? I don't think so. It happened, and that was it. So, if you stick with it, the past will fade away. But you do need help, and the help is with the one who's the power of peace, the ocean of peace, because peace is your original power. And all of us can look back and see regrets, but we're never able to change those regrets until we start to have self-awareness, and we can say, understand, you know, that's the way it had to be, that's how it was, it's happened, and now I'm moving my life forward. And so it can take a long, long time to fade and change. But if I do meditation, the process can get faster, because I can then look back and go, well, that's that, I'm not going there anymore. So if we could practice to do this now with the power of meditation in our everyday world, so it doesn't take years to feel more comfortable and for us to understand, because things will come to us day by day. So the real you, enjoy the real you and bounce back to life, because we were only half alive when we were one foot in the past, the other foot trying to live in the present and thinking about the future. This power to be able to merge things, to merge the past, will allow you to save energy, so you won't get so upset, and then you'll have lots of fresh energy to use in your life in a worthwhile way, because the whole journey is about energy, having energy, losing energy, wanting energy. So and the energy comes from the soul. It's very good to have a good diet and do exercise and all the rest of it, but the energy for your life comes from the soul in the center of the forehead. So we'll do some meditation. If we sit comfortably and alert, keep our eyes open if possible, and focus on the center of our forehead. I am the soul. I am the living life energy in the center of my forehead. When I'm aware of being a soul, the energy of the soul is peace. I'm a being of peace, and peace is my power. I can stay very powerful with this energy of my original peace. I accumulate my strength back through meditating on I, the soul, the being.